Hello, hello, Jamaal Rashad coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. We are under the Community Bridge. That's what it's called, Community Bridge. ValorLives interview series episode number 79. Today I'm with Kelly Jarvis. Say hello.
Hi.
She beat me to it. So, why do I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, there's people who need to hear successful stories so they could be inspired. And number three, to let you know you can go out there with a camera, phone, and a selfie stick and impact the planet. So, just like always, no interviews over 10 minutes long, raw, uncut, no special lighting, no special equipment. And because we are outside, if crazy people, wander into our interview, that's just what happens when
We'll take it as it comes.
In a public place. So Kelly has 3 kids and she's been married for 9 years. I almost said she has 9 kids and has been married for 3 years.
I can barely handle the 3 I have, so let's not do that.
So Kelly.
Yes.
Why do you do what you do?
I do what I do with Change Up Marketing because I had a long history in the radio industry of meeting with clients of all different sizes and helping them with their marketing and advertising campaigns. And during that time, just in October was when I started Change Up. Yes, brand new. I was seeing a lot of medium-sized businesses that had really strong businesses. They're really good at what they did, but they were missing a really big opportunity in the digital world. They didn't know how to communicate with their people or their potential customers in a meaningful way. So being at the radio station, they'd be talking to us about radio, which is a fantastic medium, but then they'd ask about things like social media and reaching people on digital, which we all know is super important these days. And I just saw a niche, an opportunity that wasn't being filled. So I decided that I would fill it. So what we do is we help small and medium-sized businesses transition into the digital world or thrive in the digital world. So if they're a business that is the best plumber in the whole world, or the best bake shop in Frederick, but they aren't communicating with people online, then they're missing out on opportunity, and we help them thrive in that place through social media and digital targeting.
Okay, that's what was going to be my next question. So if they don't have a Facebook presence, you can help them.
Absolutely.
You can help them with an Instagram presence.
Yes.
A Twitter presence.
Yes, if it's appropriate. Because it depends on which product, which client, who their target audience is, all those things. We come in and consult on what will work for them based on their need, their intended target, all those things.
All right. Periscope? No Periscope?
Periscope's done.
Okay. I know. Facebook comes and they just take everything. Over. So, what has been the lowest moment of your career thus far?
This was a really hard one for me. But I would have to say, when I really thought back, it was when I made the transition from the radio industry into the company that created the technology for HD radio, which is the digital version of AM/FM radio. I had all this industry experience in the DC market, and I went into that job thinking I knew everything. I had done many jobs within a radio station, so I was like, I got this. And within the first week, I started realizing that I really did not know much, and it was very humbling. I got to learn about 2,000 different radio stations across the country. I got to find out what NPR, public radio, non-com, Christian radio, what all of these different radio stations were like that had nothing to do with what I had been doing.
Okay,
so,
Kelly.
That's not a moment, but it was a
My friend.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to keep your answers a little bit shorter. It's only a
Okay.
10-minute.
Okay, let's go.
So, where do you see yourself a year from now?
That's a tough one. I would like to see the business grow to be helping at least 20 businesses thrive.
Okay. And what book or audio are you currently ingesting right now?
Easy one. Michael Gerber's E-Myth Revisited. Fantastic.
All right, perfect.
Read it.
So do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
Coffee, coffee, coffee.
Okay. Alrighty. What kind? Do you have are you one of those coffee snobs, or you'll drink anything?
I'm a little bit snobby,
Okay.
but I'll also drink anything.
Okay.
Some coffee is better than no coffee.
Okay. Because my boy Nick Reese is the biggest coffee snob I've ever met in my life.
French press, pour overs, the whole...
I don't even know what that means, but he's kind of ridiculous. So, something you do on a daily basis that if you don't do it, your day doesn't feel successful. For some people, it's smoothie, meditate, yoga, whatever.
I wish I could do all those things. I need to make time for them. For me, it's praying.
Okay.
I have a strong faith in God. I know that He placed me here for this reason. This is my purpose, and I feel weak and worthless if I don't focus on what he has in store for me.
Perfect. So, what advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? I know that was only 5 years ago, but pretend
Yes, it
you
was.
are now 25 years old and you're living your life. What advice would you give to your 25-year-old self?
I think this goes back to my weakest moment, and because that weak moment came right after 25,
Okay.
it would be you don't know everything. You know, drop the cockiness, be humble, and approach everything with learning.
All right, I like it. So, life goals. So, scuba diving, skydiving, maybe backpacking through Europe, bungee jumping, like anything crazy. Not crazy, but life goals.
I would love to take a vacation, any vacation. And if that vacation involved something like skydiving or ziplining, that would be awesome too.
Well,
But my husband won't do it with me, so.
Won't do what?
Any
Either?
volunteers?
You won't do either one of them?
No, he doesn't like heights. So.
All right. Well, when you skydive, the sensation of how high you are is different than if you're looking out of a 10-story window. It's just
So you're saying there
completely
might be hope for me to convince him to do that?
Yes, and you could do it really cheap on Groupon. You could get it for like $150 a
Cheap
person.
skydiving is just not something that I think you should, you know.
Did I say cheap?
Do
You could
Groupon.
get great deals.
Affordable.
On Groupon. There you
I'm a
go.
marketing person. Use the right words.
I know, right? So, how do you remain humble, other than your kids? Because I know they keep you humble like 24/7.
Yeah. Talk about making you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Parenting will do that to you. For me, it's learning every day.
Okay.
Just recognizing that you don't know everything and you have to keep learning. Especially when you work in the digital space. I mean, it literally is going to change within the 10 minutes we're talking. I'm going to have to go back and make sure that I kept up with it. So that keeps me humble for sure.
Do you collect anything for fun?
No.
Nothing? All right.
No collections. I collect junk at my house.
There you
I'm not a hoarder, but I collect junk.
Yeah, right. Hoarder. So, do you have any pets?
I have 3 cats.
Okay.
Yes.
What are their names?
Snoop.
Snoop, Doggy,
Snoop, kitty, cat. Literally, that's what he's named after.
Okay, Snoop.
Mac, who's named
Mac.
after the band Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
And Lucky, just because she's lucky. She gets
Named
to live
after
with us.
Lucky Charms
Sure.
or Lucky Corner?
She was found on the road in 7 corners and with a broken leg. That's why she's lucky. She was found.
7 Corners in Virginia? Northern
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes, Northern Virginia.
Okay. So, dream place to visit or to live if you were ever to move Frederick? Wait, do you live in Frederick?
I do,
Okay,
yeah.
so dream place to visit or to move if you were ever to move away from Fred Rock?
I'm a Marylander,
Okay.
pretty through and through, so I
Okay.
don't think I'm moving.
Okay.
But to visit anywhere in Europe.
Anywhere?
I've been many tropical places and I love them dearly, but I've never been anywhere in Europe. So anywhere.
All right.
Anywhere different than here.
Okay, so you just mentioned a vacation. So when's the last time you were on vacation?
I don't even remember.
Not even a weekend at Ocean City?
Well, last year we went to Ocean City.
Well, duh, that's a vacation. But you mean like a 1-week vacation, Monday to Friday vacation, that type of deal?
Yes, like completely unwind,
Okay.
disconnect, no kids. Sorry, guys.
Somebody give my girl vacation. We're gonna start a GoFundMe so she can have some vacation in her life. So, last question. Name me just two of your mentors. Because when you go out on business, it's very hard, well, it can be very hard, it can be very confusing, and you have no idea what you are doing. So who have been 2 people that you've been able to pick up the phone and say, help, I have no idea what I'm doing?
Narrowing it down to 2 is going to be really hard. I've found the Frederick community especially, and Bethesda, Chevy Chase, Germantown area, everybody's just been so welcoming and helpful. Lately, 2 of my big mentors have been my banker and former colleague from radio, Eric Myers with M&T, great guy.
Okay.
Fantastic banker, really good resource for all things business.
Okay.
He's not just my banker, he helps me make sure I have things like a lawyer. Smart
Okay.
guy. And then most recently, a gentleman named Gene Grabowski, who's a really pretty high profile PR guy
Okay.
that I've come to know, and we've kind of befriended each other. I'm helping him with some social media, and he's helping me
All right. So
figure
we're
out
running
where
out
I
of
go.
time. We only have 10 minutes. So how can people get a hold of you?
Kelly at ChangeUp, that's as in the baseball changeup, marketing.net, or look us up on Facebook.
Okay, Kelly at changeupmarketing.net.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. So, ValorLives interview series, episode number 79. Go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.